Carolina Panthers are changing the play caller. You know, Frank Reich was the first play caller for Bryce Young. They have a miserable start. Now you got a second play caller for Bryce Young. If this doesn't go well, are they going to think about turning over? And then next year we have a third play caller to start the season. And then is this already happening for Bryce? Is it already happening for Bryce Young, AJ?
It sounds like it, and it sucks because at the quarterback position, I think so much of your success or failure relies on everything around you, not only the weapons around you, the offensive line, but also the coaching staff and who is calling those offensive plays. Like, credit to Frank Reich, I guess, if he feels like if he steps out of the way, their offense can get going a little bit. But, man, for Bryce Young, it's a tough start.
He's handing over the play calling duties to offense coordinator Thomas Brown, says Mike Garafolo and Rappaport. Brown, who's 37 years old, is highly regarded.
Okay.
All right, Thomas Brown's going to do his thing. Now, the good thing about hiring an offensive head coach, okay, one that calls plays, is if you have success with the quarterback, you don't have to worry about that person leaving.
That's right.
So now Frank Reich, who's the head coach and was the play caller, removes himself. So let's say Thomas Brown comes in, who's highly regarded, 37-year-old, and does very well. It's like there's going to be teams that start snooping around. And then is Frank Reich back to calling plays? Are we trying to find another offensive coordinator? What is Frank Reich
I got good
doing?
news. I got good news for you.
Okay.
If it doesn't work out with this guy, we got one of the brightest young minds in football. Colts offense coordinator last year, Parks Frazier, is their passing game coordinator. So he's next to step in. I think it's going to be just fine.
Parks Frazier did not perform well as the offense coordinator for the Colts, but who would have?
Yeah, who would?
Who would have? So I'm not judging him for that at all. But I am saying, Frank,
he had to do something.
Boy, oh boy.
They brought him in over Wilkes because he was an offensive guru,
They brought him in
right?
over everybody. I think he was the first hire this offseason, right?
he was the first fire last year
He was.
as a head coach, and he was the first hire. And I know he played down there, so there was some connection and everything like that. But you look at Frank whenever he's talking, I think a year off would have done him well.
I think so.
You know what I mean? With how the Colts thing ended,
Would have made money.
you know, just take a year off, maybe breathe for a second.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe do some self-scot, see what other people are doing that's good, that's not good. Because if you think about what happened here in Indianapolis, all this information's coming out about what was going on in the building. Like, let alone what's happening on Sundays, which is not good. I don't even think we got a first down for like 9 quarters or something like that. I forget what it was, but it was offensive.
It was bad.
It was terrible to watch. It was bad football. It was miserable. But then you start hearing about what was going on behind closed doors with him as the head coach. It's like, well, he lost the building, seemingly.
Yep.
On the field, it was terrible. Got fired early. Jeff Saturday comes in. Parks Frazier's doing it. It was a nightmare of a season for Indianapolis Colts fans. So whenever he just got named head coach immediately, there's a lot of people that started saying a lot of things. But us as Colts fans were like, guy should have just maybe taken a breather.
Yeah.
It was tough. Had guys gambling on teams, their own
team.
gambling on their own team. Had people late to meetings, had people late to treatments, had stuff going on in and out of the building. It was like, I'm sure Frank's emotional levels were a bit drained by the time he was done at the Indianapolis Colts, especially whenever you get fired like week 9 or something like that. Week 9 or week 10, it's like, then he gets dropped right back in. Hey, we need you to rebuild an entire program here with a rookie quarterback. And we know it didn't work there, but it'll work here with everything brand new. It's like, it seems like he's potentially at the point where he's like, I made a big mistake.
Yeah.
I've made
That'd be a tough spot if you realize maybe I didn't want this gig. But as a coach, can you imagine? You never know if you're going to get another opportunity to become a head coach, so you get him taking the job, obviously.
And there's only 32 of them, you know, and who knows when you're
so hard. It's so hard to get.
That's an impossible thing to say no to, so we obviously can't judge them. But as the season goes on and we're watching them give answers at press conference where it's like, I thought it was bad in Indy. I don't know. Yeah, the owner brings me in and just tells me I'm terrible here.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And that would really
did the
suck.
owner have anything to do with it?
You think?
The film session?
Yeah, the owner. Why are you calling this play? Well, I was supposed to go to Thielen. Thielen's not in the play. Thielen's not in the game. Thielen's not in the game, Frank. Let's go to this play. Why'd you choose to do that? Well, I want to run there. We haven't been able to run. The owner just telling him pretty much every day. We haven't been able to do that. Do we have anybody else other than Thielen? Well, I was hoping you guys would sign another weapon. We did it, though. So figure it out. That's your job. Give me Thomas Brown.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's, you know what I mean? Like every press conference video I've heard from Frank Reich, he has been miserable.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not been fun.
Yep.
And then now they make the change. What else? Maybe Thomas Brown does great here.
Maybe.
Maybe Frank just says, you know what? We'll leave the light on for you. Here's the keys. You do your thing. I'm going to go
You
up
meet
here.
with the owner. You meet with the owner. I'm going to hang out in my office.
I'm going to be a
You got that.
consultant. I'm going to be a consultant. Yeah, you guys are doing great. All right, I'll see you in 2-3 weeks. I'm going to come back down there. But there's some jobs that just seem like it wears on you. And it feels like Frank Reich is aging like a president right now.
Oh, yeah.
Down there in Carolina. And then obviously in Indy, it was the same exact situation.
But I don't care if Bill Walsh is calling the plays. Like, you need talent. Good players make good coaches. Thomas Brown, we'll see if he can spice things up. And a lot of people were saying, like, when he was talking about, those meetings with the owners and how hands-on he is, that kind of maybe he didn't get the quarterback that he wanted to in the draft with Bryce Young. Maybe he wanted C.J. Stroud. We all thought, Stroud was Okay.
QB1
in this draft. I know I did, but a lot of people are saying that. So that would make it suck even more if you take this job and you got number 1 overall pick and you don't get the quarterback that you want. Not saying that that's true, but that's what people are saying.
Bryce Young, too, he's going to be on his 3rd play caller probably by next year.
Exactly.
And it's like he's going to get put into this cycle that a lot of quarterbacks have where it's like, all right, here we go. New play caller.
Yep.
That didn't work. New play caller. Bam, bam. We hope that doesn't happen, obviously. But it has happened in the past. And it has ruined careers, I think.
Yeah, and we've already seen it this year with, Mac Jones. He's on his 3rd in 3 years, and we all know how that goes. But, think about Daniel Jones. Like, Daniel Jones had this same situation, then had one really good year, and then got a $40 million a year contract. And they still don't know what it feels like about Daniel Jones. So that situation in Carolina, and they don't have any draft picks. It's not like they're picking in the top 3, and they can get Bryce Young, Marvin Harrison Jr., or a great offensive line. What's the appeal for anybody to even go and help out Carolina?
Yeah, I don't know. But they got the 2nd richest owner in the NFL.
And he's very patient.
Yeah, that's not what I've heard. I have not heard about his patience at all. What I have heard is there was somebody where he worked, I don't remember what it was, who was above him, who did something to him at some point throughout his career. He got to a point where he was big dog, bought this guy's house, tore it down. Just completely tore it down and just put a parking lot there or something like that.
Yeah.
Then you think about what he was. This guy is
real.
This guy
Did he really put a parking lot, or he built another house?
I don't remember, but I do. The way the story was told is got above this guy, bought guy's house, tore the thing down. See, started a project in Carolina for the new Panthers facility. The town that he was doing the deal with didn't hold up their end of the bargain. Stop it. We're out of here. File for bankruptcy. We don't care. See ya. I've heard this guy is just hey, we are a no-nonsense operation here. I couldn't fathom what those calls to the carpet are for Frank Reich every week, but we do know that if there isn't success, he will move and has moved already. Remember what it has been since he's become the owner. Rule was there. Offense coordinator was there. Offense coordinator gone. Defense coordinator gone. Matt Rule gone. New one. New quarterback. Trade this quarterback. Need new quarterback. We got a quarterback. This isn't our quarterback. Boom, we're drafting number 1 overall. It's our quarterback. How can we make him good? We will get rid of everybody around. It's he is eager to win in the NFL. And it's a lot of us have a lot of gloom and doom thoughts about their success down there.